What's up, y'all, and welcome back to SimplyFoodByTy. So look, today we are going to have a very candid conversation. As you can see, honey, I am in the bed lounging. I didn't even bother to set up my camera. I ain't got no lights on. I am in the bed resting because we are going to have a real conversation about what my life has been after having the gastric bypass and the side effects that I'm currently enduring. So let's jump right into the video.
Whipping up all of your favorite recipes. Simply Food.
You should know by now that you're in for a treat.
Simply Food.
There's no other channel where you'd rather be.
Simply Food. Seafood, pasta, cakes, and pies. Sing and laugh and even cry. Like and share and hit subscribe. Simply Food by TY.
All right, y'all. So, like I said, I'm keeping this real casual. Y'all, as y'all can see, I'm in the bed chilling. I'm on my phone. This quality probably is going to look like trash, but it is what it is. Because I don't feel like getting up and, I want to keep my journey with having the gastric bypass as transparent as possible. Because I feel like that's extremely important. When you are in the social media world and you have other people looking up to you or looking to you for references in regards to a procedure that they might be interested in, or whatever the case is, it is, to me, it's extremely irresponsible to only show all of the glamorous aspects and not keep it real and talk about all of the downfalls. Because at the end of the day, when you jump into things thinking that it's going to be smooth sailing and that, nothing's going to happen and you don't have to be cautious about this and all of that type of stuff, that's when you jump into stuff prematurely and then you come out on the other side of it thinking, what the hell have I done? Now, I will say for myself, I don't feel like I'm in a state of what the hell have I done. I'm more in a frustrated state only because I have so many different things that I am currently dealing with that all happened to me within a matter of 2 weeks and have been lingering ever since. So let me break down this first. If you have the gastric bypass, now listen very closely. If you have the gastric bypass, not the sleeve, okay? If you have the gastric bypass, you are no longer allowed to have NSAIDs for the rest of your life. So you can't take stuff like ibuprofen, Advil, stuff like that. You cannot take those. Any of those anti-inflammatory type medications, you just can't take them because we are told that it could cause stomach ulcers. So you have to avoid those for the rest of your life. And they make that very clear before going into the procedure. In your classes, you talk about all of that stuff. Now, just to jump back, prior to me having the surgery, I really wasn't one that was out here taking ibuprofen every day. I never really dealt with a lot of inflammatory issues that at least that I was aware of, so it wasn't really something that was on my mind to think of, oh, well, I guess I'm going to be really missing not being able to take ibuprofen because it really wasn't something that I took a lot to begin with. I'm not a big pill person. I do not like to take a lot of foreign, man-made drugs. That's just not my thing. So now, after having the surgery, I'm about 2.5 months post-op. I am realizing that about 90% of the issues that's happening with me currently are all inflammatory based. And what that means is my body is pretty much inflamed from the inside out. That sounds really dramatic, but that's essentially what's happening in various aspects of my body. And because I'm not able to simply take an ibuprofen to knock this out within 24 hours, it's making my process way more difficult and way more complicated, you see? Because what that means is the only medicine that I can really take is Tylenol. Tylenol does not do anything for inflammation at all. It might help you take away some of the pain for a split second, but after a while, if you take so much of the same type of pill, your body's going to get used to it. You're not even going to want to take it anymore because it's not going to seem like it's working. So let me run down the list of things that I am currently enduring and what I'm doing to hopefully rectify the situation and get me to a better place. Okay. So the first thing that I noticed that was going on is that I was having serious issues with my right leg. Anytime I sat down on a toilet, within the first 2 seconds, I had immense pain. My legs would go numb, my feet would go numb. If I would sit in certain chairs or if I would sit in bar stools, I would lose circulation in my leg and my leg would be in excruciating pain. Or if I was in my car for too long, when I tried to get up, I'd be in excruciating pain. Well, it was then decided that I probably had a sciatica nerve damage in my leg. So that was that. Then, all of a sudden, my shoulder, this particular shoulder, my right shoulder, started hurting like hell. It honestly felt like my shoulder was trying to separate from the rest of my body. That's currently what I'm feeling right now. Nothing that I'm discussing in this video has gone away or has been resolved as of yet. So then they said that I have a type of tendonitis that's going on in my shoulders. Then the next thing that started up was I found out that I had gout in my thumb. Now, the only thing I will say about this is that my thumb has drastically gone down. It's still very much swollen, but even though the swelling has gone down, it still hurts like hell. Like sometimes I can't even, like me trying to, so like for instance, me trying to grip this bottle of water hurts like hell. So I'm not even about to sit here and do that for long. But like, stuff like that, taking a shower with this hand, even washing my hands, you have to be very careful with touching my thumb. So I was dealing with that. Then I just went to go get an x-ray on this elbow, which you're probably thinking, well, how in the world are you able to apply pressure on it? Strangely enough, when I apply pressure on it from certain angles, it actually makes it feel better. But they think that I have golfer's elbow. And so now this Saturday, I have to go and get an MRI done. And my left ankle is completely swollen. So I'm over here barely able to walk. I have a jacked up shoulder and elbow and hand. I have possible nerve damage in my leg. So it's a lot. It's a lot that's been going on. But, the most frustrating thing of all of this for me is not necessarily all of the things that's happening to me, because I know that it's all temporary. And I just have to be as patient as I possibly can until we can figure out, what's going to be the best way to deal with all of this stuff. But the most frustrating thing for me is that because all of this has happened at once and it's in the most random parts of my entire body, it's prohibiting me from being able to work out. And that's the thing that's frustrating me the most, because that's the one aspect that I was so looking forward to starting. You guys know that I'd already told you that I had found a personal trainer and all of that stuff. I had been walking almost, 5 to 6 days out of the week. I was started off with a half mile, then I increased to 1 mile, then I was doing 2 miles for quite some time. Well, as all of this stuff with my leg and my ankle started, now I'm walking maybe 1 or 2 times a week, because it's painful to do so. So not only now am I not walking, I'm not even able to go to the gym because this hand I can't lift up anything with. This elbow I can't trust would support anything. Can't really do anything with my legs because I have possible nerve damage. So that part is really frustrating because it's really, really slowing me down. But I'm going to tell you something. In the midst of all of this, it is important to have a good support system. That's the first thing. And to remind yourself that you could be way worse off. You know what I'm saying? There are so many other things that could have happened to me. There are so many other things that could still potentially happen to me that haven't. And hopefully they won't, knock on wood. And so it's important to just try to remain positive at all times. And just stay focused and keep your eyes on the goal and literally just take it day by day by day. If there are days when I feel like I can walk around and I can do stuff and I can, clean up and move furniture around and do all that, I'm going to do it. If there are days when I feel like I need to just sit my ass down all day long and just work on my computer, I'm going to do it. If there's days like today where I need to just chill the hell out in the bed and rest my ankle, that's what I have to do. So, what I've been doing to help me with pain management, one thing a lot of you guys were suggesting on my social medias for the gout was cherry juice. So that definitely helped in the beginning stages. I'm not drinking it anymore. They did give me this one pill that I was able to take, but it's such a low dose. I think it's like 0.5. It's not getting rid of this quick enough. So that's what's kind of frustrating. And cannabis. For me, cannabis is, first of all, it's very natural. Cannabis also works really well when it comes to inflammation. And essentially, it's the one thing that is helping me get through the day without me feeling the need to want to eat or, anything like that. It's not, so that's what I've been doing. Trying to get in as much water as I possibly can, trying to get in as much food as I possibly can, which always isn't the easiest thing to do. But I just wanted to come on here really quick just to give you guys this update because I know you might see me on social media laughing and kicking and talking about my future trips and vacations, which y'all need to come on, by the way. P.S., selfless plug, I do still have tickets left for my Dominican Republic trip. If you guys want to come with me to the Dominican Republic in February of 2023, come on and get your ticket because there's still some discounted slots left. But anyway, I know y'all might see me on social media, all happy-go-lucky, but this is the real situation. This is what I'm dealing with day in and day out when y'all don't see me on social media. And it's important to keep that real because, there's a lot of people or a lot of videos that I've watched, where people, they don't mention any of these things. And it might be because it didn't happen to them. But this is my reality. And this is what I'm currently going through. And there's a lot of things that other people have experienced that I haven't experienced. So this is what I'm saying, there's a lot of good and a lot of bad when it comes to this. There's a lot of things that I could be going through that I have lucked out and I'm just not experiencing. But on the other hand, I'm experiencing things that a lot of people haven't, So that's the reason why, it's important to understand that it's going to be a very individual experience for you. I could tell you all of this stuff. I could give you step by step what I do every day. I could tell you what I eat every single day, what I drink, how much I walk, how much I go to the bathroom, all of this stuff. But that does not mean that any of that is going to do anything for you in your journey. So this is the reason why it's really important to make sure that you do your own research, that you also follow the rules. Do not cheat. There are going to be moments when you're going to want to cheat. And if you are far enough post-op, then I can say maybe you can test the boundaries. Like right now, I'm in stage 4. So I'm a little bit more willing to test the boundaries on what I will try and what I won't try. Granted, I still have about a month to go. I'm not out of stage 4 until November the 17th. Once I'm out of stage 4, that's when I'm able to start having raw vegetables. So I can start having salads. I can start having fruits with the skin on it. I don't have to worry about peeling stuff anymore. And then after that, I'm pretty much on my own. I'm out of all the phases. The healing process is done. And it's also important to note the surgery itself, my stomach, the scars, all of that healed beautifully. Like the surgery itself was a breeze. I've had no issues with consuming food, in the sense of being able to eat. Like I'm able to eat. Of course, I'm just not able to eat a lot. I am able to drink. I'm just not able to drink a lot, So that's a process that I had to keep pushing myself to, like, come on, Tobias, you got to eat more. You got to drink more water. But, that's I'm only 2.5 months out. I'm really, really early in the stage. But, I just wanted to make sure that I came on really quick to just give you guys this perspective of my life currently, because, again, it's important to be transparent. It's important to note that not every day is going to be an easy day. And this was also a video for me to remind myself that it has not been that long since I had the surgery, and I beat myself up a lot because I feel like I should be doing more. But at the end of the day, I can't do but so much. And I feel like as long as I wake up every day with a positive attitude and trying to do my best and not just laying in this bed, giving up and eating stuff that I'm not supposed to and all that, then I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to. You know what I mean? So that's really all I wanted to come on here and talk with you guys about. This is actually going to be my last weight loss video, probably until the new year, because all the videos you're going to see from this point out are all of my recipes. I'm going to be posting recipes on Mondays and Fridays. And once I start having an overstock of recipes, I'll probably would throw in a third recipe a week, but that probably won't happen until November. But for right now, I'm going to start you guys off with Monday and Friday with recipes, getting us back into the holiday spirit. I'm really looking forward to it. I already have some previously already uploaded, ready to go for y'all. So it's definitely happening. So I'm looking forward to that. As I said once again before, and I'll say this again and probably for the last time, do not expect me to be on here teaching you guys how to make salads and how to make healthy dinners and all of that. Somewhere down the line, I'm sure I probably will. But right now, that's not really what I'm doing. I'm able to cook any and every style of food, and I know how to not eat it. I have enough strength, and enough trust in myself to know what I'm allowed to eat and what I'm not allowed to eat. So, I just wanted to remind y'all once again, because don't expect my responses to be nice and sweet if you start coming in my comment section being real ignorant, talking about, well, what was the point of you getting the surgery if you're eating this? Bitch, you are not in my home. You are not a surveillance camera. You don't know what the hell I've been here eating. Okay? So, now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to get my butt up out of here because I just wanted to come on here real quick just to let y'all know what was going on with me. I do more daily updates and stuff like that in regards to my health on my Instagram. So if you are not following me on Instagram or TikTok, it's SimplyFoodByTy. Make sure you're following me on there because, like I said, I talk more about this type of stuff on there than I make videos. So, once I start getting my test back and results back and figure out what type of treatments I'll do, I'll be updating people on there. And I might put it on a community post on here for those that don't have TikTok or Instagram. But that's all. Look, if you're new to my channel, welcome to SimplyFoodByTy. If you're one of my returning subscribers, y'all babies know I love y'all so much. Definitely make sure that y'all like this video. I am looking forward to all of our delicious recipes that are about to come up. If you're one of my returning subscribers, y'all babies know I love y'all so, so very much. And as always, y'all babies stay cute and take care. Bye, guys.
Slaying in the kitchen.
Simply Food by TY.
We hope that you enjoyed it.
Simply Food by TY. If you haven't took the time, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Simply